Too bad for me. There you go. Took that ass on me. All I want is an arm's reach. Break me off passionately. Baby girl, too bad for me. There you go. Took that ass on me. All I want is an arm's reach. Break me off passionately.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we have a performance version of Too Bad by G-Dragon featuring Anderson .Paak. I am excited for this. I was really looking forward to a dance visual with this, and we get something even better because Rie Hata has joined the chat. I'm excited. I hope you are. Let's get into it. I wonder if Rie Hata is gonna take over Karina's spot. I mean, we got our usual people on the GD train, which we love. Yeah. Yep. Quan Twin. Bada. Hey, I'm on board with this choreo. Come on now. Okay. Yep. Yee-hee. Founder. Oh man, this feels so short and sweet though, yeah? It doesn't, I mean, I guess it could just be, we've always been spoiled by the Gen 2 side, especially with you get the intro, the verse, the chorus, the verse, the chorus, the bridge, the chorus, the outro, right? We've always been used to that huge structure. I mean, since the dawn of time, it feels like in the pop scene. I mean, of course, that's such not an accurate statement, so please don't take my word for that. But I'm saying this one feels so short compared to what you would want it to be. It just feels like you want to play it on repeat, right? It just feels like such a vibe because it is such a freaking vibe. All right, from the top. So it's good to see Rie Hata. If you did not recognize her, she was in the blue toboggan, blue beanie. So we are going to sit here and enjoy it. What's really fun, as a side note, I just got some jeans that look similar to G-Dragon's. Probably not the same. That's okay. But it makes me like feel motivated to want to learn this. So y'all let me know. If you're like, Jess, we need to see you do this chill Zumba routine of vibes, I got you. Maybe we'll put a light count or something like I did for a Be First. We'll see. But anyway, I like this little partnering happening here. Or just a little assist off how he goes and presents himself more front. Yes, we recognize Bada, Quan Twins, whole like. I mean, the Quan Twins were on Bada's show, which I find to be really fun. So we have a lot of people there. So I really like that we have I think he started it off first, and then you had those two join in, right? So we ended up crossing it, right? And it's like a little trot to get everybody added on. Yeah, we're picking it up. So it does feel like a new school running man is what I've heard this move called. So it could be called something else, so I apologize for that. But I like that. Tiki-tac, da-da-da. And I like the tap on that. Tap and the tap. So I like how we ended up using that to transition and add on people to get us spread out to where we need to be. And then we go tap and a tap. Then we do little interactions, little ball changes, and everyone drops low except for GD. It does look like GD is like, he has these little earmuffs on, right? But looks like he's just in his own little world and everyone's just kind of there embellishing it, which, I mean, is kind of the vibe. We love it. So I like that do-do-do-do-do with the arm rotating across. They bleed it, ripple, 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 all the way to the floor. So satisfying. That right there, going on how he is nailing it rhythmically. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and I actually really like that we have, I can't tell you which Quan twin this is, but the non-director one, I assume, right? Because he's directing it. I like that he's committing over to this column and actually touching it. It's great. And I like that we knock it onto the hips using that as a little snake to get us closer. I love my dancer over here with the stars shirt. It feels like a Dallas Cowboy shirt, doesn't it? Love that expression. Guys, when you stick your tongue out, you're in it. You're feeling yourself. You're feeling the vibes. And to me, that looks like we are having lots of fun. Little scrunched up nose. We're vibing with it. We don't care about this because we're so busy enjoying this. And what's even interesting too is when you look back and listen, there's a little that you hear that he ends up knocking. GD does. Just kidding. Not that. Go back. Wee. Oh, missed it again. Okay. That little clap. Come on. I love that. That's a vibe. He hits it over, knock, knock to the side, and they go like it, like it, like it. Ooh, with the shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. To get it a little bit low. They all end up creating a little melt with some of our dancers a little bit higher, some a little bit lower. So I like the level tiers on that too. And then we all expand to the front. Wait, are both Quan twins in this? Maybe. Okay. So jury's still out. Maybe y'all could tell me that looks like a second Quan twin. Anyway. So I like that we have two of our dancers up front, and which to me it would check out if that was the case, and then you have everybody else nice in the upper level, and then you have GD in center. Really nice there. And then I like it takes the arm, and then you have your dancers, nice embellishment going on with the hands traveling it across. I like the opposition with the twinkle in. The looks are nice with the points. They're all pointing to GD. He's like, he goes hit, he goes bam. I love that. And it knocks everybody on the inside, so they end up catching him, right? They all expand it and kind of suction in closer where GD is. So I actually really like that. And they end up pushing him to reset over. So I like that they're walking. And I like the boom with the, it's all this kind of stuff. It's just, you want to be with your homies. You're like, da, 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 da. It's such a vibe. Like this track, play this at the club all day. I mean, I probably wouldn't be at the club to begin with, but I'm saying, like, this is a whole vibe and a half. Roller skating rink, play it at the rink, I got you. And then I like the body roll, the reset on that. It's really fun. We're keeping the pace on it. It's really enjoyable. He has Island arms reach. I love that it's a little frozen moment with everybody there, except for GD. He placates to the camera, which is fun, and he brings it over. I love that we can have such subtle nuance from GD, and he's still using those as feature elements, but also it allows it to look like he's controlling the dancers. It's nice. I think it's a happy medium of who GD is as an artist, but also it allows the movement to still be the kind of presence you would want it to be for a track like this. It's a win-win to me. I love it. And the head is nice. We rock it from side to side. It's really fun. And then we end up making it a little bit more full. How you notice that is our upper body and our arms get way more involved on that second little switch off, which is really cool. And I like his subtlety. He's pulling a subtle shmoney outlaw energy, which I find to be really interesting. Yeah, all that right there. I love it. And it's a l'avant. It's a whole little party. It's an arm's reach. That little to get us all ready to go in the front. I like the switch up on the arms. Ring, ga, ding, ding, come on with this moment here is super fun. I like the looseness of the wrist, but I like the rigidness of the torso with it rebounding and ping-ponging off. And I like that he's standing on the couch or wherever he is. Yeah, the chair is really cool. They end up moving over and they're placed. They go to him, which is really fun. They end up posing, rotating to the outside. They end up, well, actually it was every other. So it looks like half of our group goes inside, half goes out, and we alternate. Really fun. We're partying. And it goes now, instead of it just being that little shimmy moment we saw earlier on, we're now thinking more in our lower body, making it more of a vibe, however it feels there, but the legs are what's doing a lot of the work for what visually we need to see from the dancers, which is cool. He takes a little moment here, which is nice. It does give a subtle MJ vibe, doesn't it? Yeah, that moment there is fun. He even goes, tee-hee, which I find to be super fun. We have some of our dancers go off. I like the listening, and I like this little moment there, which is fun. I think, how did we end up doing that? I think it's just I think it's dun 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 dun, so it's inside, outside. Cool, and then we have some of our dancers over on that stage right side. What are they doing is the real question, though. Oh, I don't know if she's intentionally fixing your glasses or what, but it's like they're just use your brain, expanding or just speaking or out, which I think is fun. They bring it up, which is nice. He ends up doing a little trot, which is fun. They go 1, 2, 3, let's go. And this right here is the vibe. They go with the switch off. Now, you could RoboCop it, but who needs to do that? It's fun. I love that we just go from one side, 6, 7, 8, yeah, and we go all I want. And then it's an add-in right here. 3, 4, 5. And then we have one of our Quan twins. He's like, oh, he gets a little feature moment, which is fun. We bring it forward, and then we end up going to the back, to the other side. It don't need to be complicated. This kind of stuff, doing it and not making it look awkward is the more complicated demand than the sequences themselves. When it comes to stuff like this, yes, it can come across simple. It is simple in structure, but simple doesn't mean easy. I never advocate for that. It just depends on your wheelhouse of movement, quality, and familiarity. If you're not used to moving with a sense of freedom, individuality, but also understanding how to keep a dynamic in play, just an implicit dynamic that people don't teach you, you just learn, that's be really tricky really quickly depending on your upbringing, right? In the dance scene of things. So that's why for me, I'm really digging this, and I love the amount of freedom, but it's also pretty structured for what we're asking it to be, which is a visual representation of the track, where you need it to be just structured enough if you're going to have a visual like this for us to appreciate the choreography that you have asked them to do, or they would have just not had a dance visual, it'd just be a party, right? No need for choreo. So that's why I like what we have here. And then I like that everyone's nice and firmly placed. And some of us are choosing like to scoop the pelvis a little bit more forward. Some have just had our weight more central. So it's just, it's not even a critique, it's an observation, because you can see body with the curve, and then you can see one of our Quan twins with just a reset and neutral. Those two movements, or those two holds, look different subtly, but they do complement each other, right? So that showcases individuality there, but we all have the same point of the extremities in check, right? With our arm out. Cool. And then I like that GD's having his own little moment in his own little world. It's super fun. Yeah, arms reach, da-da-da. And then everybody goes away. It does look like we're just doing like a switch off right here with our body. Oh my gosh, it's a body, but we end up switching the direction of the torso. So the upper body is what I meant to say, so sorry. So I really like that with our steps. It's way better than just vibing out. I mean, vibes are great, but having this kind of switch up enhances the directions that you're seeing. Now, I think it's very safe to assume, I don't think that's Karina, right? And what's really funny is I didn't really notice Karina, even though they had her name on there, until after I finished recording. I was like, oh, you're kidding, that's Karina. I didn't even say anything. But I also was even funnier as I said that this is going to be like a whiplash. And Espa, which is Karina's the leader of, they have a song called Whiplash, so it technically worked, but also I didn't know she was going to be in it, but I do know now, like this is Karina's part, but I don't think that's Karina, she doesn't look familiar here. Now, do I wish that Rie Hata was there? Yes, I wish she did that part, but I liked where she was featured, she's cool. Anyway, but look at those pants. Look how cool those pants are. Anyway, so we had a little toe tap out of it, which is fun. Ball change. We do a little melts away. We go high and we travel it low, which is really cool. We ball change too, which is fun. I have a little partner moment. We're hovering. We're keeping a little bit of, the big old Bible in between us. I'm just kidding. But it's like a whole little body roll. It does look like she was doing, like a little butterfly from Afro, but you didn't really see the legs. Just her upper body was showing that. Maybe it's just I'm going to call it more of a hop with our legs swinging in comparison to anything Afro, which is fine. And I like that he does a little control to move her to the side, which is nice, little body roll. Yeah, so he's just nice and embellished in a fun way. He says da-da-da, which is cool. And I like that we hit it over. And then we end up making it super subtle, and then we end up adding it on. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and hold, da-da, boom. And then we do an add-on where we're adding more people, and we have people frozen in the back. And it goes, hee hee. Love that. Little ball changes on that. And we take our leg, swing it around, little pas de bourrée, reset to the front, the hop on that, and then we swing it around. Come on now. I like the pick up there, and you have people in the very, very back that are actually matching him on that. And then it goes from the 2 far people in the back, which is super subtle. Still keeps him as a heavy feature, but it makes it, they're not all frozen. You see something going on in the back. Then you see it now turn into a square, and then you have this whole line in the middle not moving. I really like that add-on choice. You have the simple ones where you can go front to back. You have the ones where you can go inside to outside, but having them go from the back and then create a geometric shape and then incorporate everybody, those are cool. Because it's a little bit more complex. It's more risky, right? So I like that ball change. No, it's a box step. That's what that was. Sorry. Yeah. Then it goes into a Harlem shake with Rie Hata. Come on, Miss Ma'am. Yeah, so if you don't know, that's her right there. We love it. She goes, too bad for me. We pick it up. Little head nod. And then we go. We have a nice little funky moment with the pull, and the arm makes it look like it's pulling her torso in that direction. It's super fun. Notice how it's in a pocket. So whenever we talk about being in the pocket, it's like a newer term that gets used so often now in the choreography scene, at least in my neck of the woods. But the term itself has been around for a long time. It's actually, a lot of times it can be talked about in jazz music, like the old jazz music, where, of course in other places, but I'm talking about it in the preference here of whenever something has a groove. It's like everybody who's a part of that band in jazz or in the music side, they're pushing this heartbeat, this pulse that's not like on a count, but it's on count, right? So it's like, it's not on the tempo, but it's like diving and existing through it in a groove. So that's what this would be kind of equated to. Another way I've heard it is whenever you do the moves, do them right before the sound disappears is what's been recommended, because it actually makes it feel like it lingers and it travels and fills into your space more, and it feels like you're enjoying it more because you are. You're not trying to be micromanaged by your count. You're letting the count be an accent or a punctuation to your sentence, right? It's really cool. So I love that. I like the subtlety of just a little with the but it's a little hitchhiker vibe, which is fun. And then they go passionately, the swing over, or the transfer is really fun. Travel it up, so you take the arms up through. Yep, too bad for me. Little head nod, same thing as before, and you got GD. He's the one who deviated, which is cool. Yep, frozen. Passionately, and notice all this hits on the like we don't stop. That's fun. And we bring it up and it goes high. 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you step all change, and then you switch, and then you switch. We love that. Guys, this is the vibe, for sure. If I were to take a guess, I could see this section being the challenge section because Rie Hata's on this part in particular. Could be that. I really like the second section, too. The second course. I mean, I like all the courses. I think the second one's really cool. This one feels very, not challenge-oriented, but this one I see a lot of people want to take on because of, it's not complex, but it definitely isn't, you're not doing the same move for like 15 counts, right? So I like the subtlety of it. Like all this right here, you could do with so many people. It's really nice. Ball change. Yeah, that's that ball change. Ball change. Yeah! And we get low. Love that. And then notice that we're adding a little bit of the shoulders. Really nice. And then we do little tap, taps, tap, tap, and then we end up making it in like a little guada sense right there, which is cool. Then we do a bounce, and then we get bigger, bigger, bigger. We slide. Party, slide, and party, and I love how they're using that to get off screen, and that's just cool. Slide, a little party, and then they go off, and they're sitting down in their chairs. Pose, party of us. Love that. Too bad. So sad. This was super fun. I love the fact they got Rie Hata too, because she's been known to, she has some heavy hitting choreography. She's very, very interesting as a mover. If you like the choreographers like Bailey Stock or Lyle Beniga or like that little round J Blaze, you would really like Rie Hata's stuff. So I I had a lot of fun with this. If there's a dance practice, we'll probably hang out and enjoy that as well. I like looking at behind the scenes with GD stuff too. I do hope one day to be able to circle back and actually do a Big Bang Marathon. I am a Gen 2 fan, so I am organically acquainted with GD. I have seen him for a long, long time. For me, I was introduced to him in 2010, even though he's been around for much longer than that. And so that's where a lot of my how I view a lot of his movement quality does stem from seeing him in the Big Bang scene, what his group was known for, what himself as a mover and artist, what he stands for and who he is. Like, that's, I'm not going to sit here and expect him to pull a Gen 5 complexity and synchronicity on his stuff. He's never operated that way. That's not what he's known for, so why should we expect that of him, right? So it's the same thing as there's certain groups that are known for synchronicity that are not known for, you know, having the most intense raps or the most intense organic exploration of artistry, right? So it's okay to celebrate both and to not have to hold everybody the exact same expectation. It's if you like it or you don't, you know, and that's okay. I'm just talking through what makes this work, what makes it work to GD, and who does he have, to my knowledge, that is worth celebrating, which there's so much, right? So yeah, this was really, really fun. I'm excited for the discussions that we're all going to have. All this stuff gets early released on Patreon, so if you don't want to wait, that's the perfect place to just wait out and have fun with us. Y'all know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.